Come on. Start. Damn. Is this what happens when you buy a Honda? I knew I should have bought a BMW. Psych. We all know no one ever said that. What's up guys, welcome back to the channel and welcome to today's video. In today's video I'm going to be showing you guys how to repair your neutral safety switch on your manual car. Now today's video is going to be more geared towards the S2000 enthusiasts and owners. However, you can also use this method on your manual car. Now usually the process for repairing a neutral safety switch or grommet is really simple and straightforward. You just get your grommet, reach up under the dash, locate the hole that the grommet fell out of, push it in, and you're good to go. Really easy. However, on the S2000, it's a bit more complicated. However, have no fear because your boy Scuba is here. Let's get into it. Now, the first step in fixing your neutral safety switch is obviously determining whether or not your neutral safety switch is actually bad or if it's just a grommet that fell out. Now, I know it seems rhetorical, but this is very important. Of course, you don't want to start fixing stuff that's not really broken. Now, one telltale sign that your neutral safety switch or the grommet has gone bad is to look on your floorboard. The neutral safety switches are usually made out of plastic, and over time they become very brittle. Once they become brittle, they end up disintegrating and basically falling to your floorboard or your floor mat. So the first step is identifying if you have any debris or any little plastic pieces on your floorboard or floor mat. Chances are if you do have plastic pieces on your floorboard or floor mats, then you probably have a bad neutral safety switch grommet. Another telltale sign that your neutral safety switch is bad is if you go to start your car and nothing happens, like your lights don't flicker, nothing happens at all. So you'll go to start your car, step on the clutch, and nothing happens. That's one telltale sign that your neutral safety switch is bad. Now, unfortunately, I've had my neutral safety switch go bad on me on the S2000. It was right after I shot that video with my boy Rich with the Midori green RSX. If you haven't seen that video, check it out here. Now, after our shoot, I went to start my car, and unfortunately my car wouldn't start out. At the time, I didn't know what exactly the problem was. It ended up being my neutral safety switch. Luckily, Rich was still with me and he was able to help me push start the car, so huge shout out to him for helping me out with that. Now, one of the reasons why I'm making this video is because as I started looking for ways and tips to fix my neutral safety switch on the S2000, there weren't many options out there or many videos detailing the process. Now, LHC Performance does have a really good video detailing what needs to be done to fix the neutral safety switch. However, I want to go a little bit more into detail and show you guys the actual process of how to do it. Let's get into it. The easiest way to fix a neutral safety switch on the S2000 is to remove the clutch pedal assembly. Now, many people have said that you don't need to do this. You can skip this step and just reach your hand up in there and fix it and just plug the grommet back in. However, I tried that and trust me, hours went by and I still got nowhere. Honestly, it's probably going to be a lot easier to do it this way and just remove the clutch pedal assembly. Also, many S2000 owners have said that you could bypass the neutral safety switch, which you can. However, for the purposes of today's video, we're just gonna go ahead and fix it. The tools that you'll need are a 3/8 ratchet, an extension, a 12mm deep socket and swivel socket, a 14mm open-ended wrench, and a pair of needle nose pliers. First step to removing the clutch pedal assembly is to get those bolts out that hold the clutch master cylinder. It's gonna be this bolt here. Now I know it's kind of hard, the camera's losing focus, but it's gonna be that bolt there. And on the other side around here, there's another one. There it is. Kind of gives you a better idea of where it's at. That's why you're gonna need that universal joint to kind of get to that, or that swivel joint just to get back there. Undo those two bolts. You're gonna undo this locking pin here, which holds the yoke pin in, which is connected to the clutch pedal. Now, once you undo that locking pin, you're just gonna take your needle nose pliers, pull straight down on it. Once you pull the locking pin down with your needle nose pliers, you'll be able to push that yoke pin out from left to right. Now, straight up there, that's gonna be that last bolt that we're gonna undo to get to the neutral safety switch. Now, the neutral safety switch happens to be that yellow one up there. Now, the white one right here is for the cruise control. The yellow switch up there is for the neutral safety switch. As you can see, it's a lot higher up there. Now, once you undo the two bolts that hold the clutch master cylinder in, one on this side and one on this side, undo this locking pin that holds the yoke pin in and push the yoke pin out to the side. The last bolt to take out will be that one all the way up there. Now that one's gonna also be a 12mm bolt. You're also gonna wanna make sure that you disconnect both connectors for the cruise control switch and for the neutral safety switch as well, because once that top bolt comes out, the whole assembly is coming down. So just be careful when you're doing that part. Obviously you don't want to damage any of your wires under here as well. You can kind of get a better look at the connector up there. Now also, I found that removing the cruise control switch actually made the job a lot easier. When I removed the switch, I was able to reach my hand up in there and get better access to the neutral safety switch. So that's definitely a tip that I would recommend. This is gonna be the 14mm open-ended wrench. You're just gonna break it loose, kind of leave it in that same position that it's in. Then you're just gonna twist this switch out of there and you'll get a lot better access to that neutral safety switch up there. This is what the clutch pedal assembly looks like when it's removed from the car. To find the hole that the neutral safety switch grommet goes into, all you have to do is peep through this little hole and you'll see it. Now you can manually move the clutch pedal assembly with your hand, but be careful because it's spring loaded and you don't want to injure yourself. If you've gotten this far, then pat yourself on the back because you're halfway done. All you've got to do at this point is replace the neutral safety switch grommet into the hole that it fell out of and install the clutch pedal assembly back into the car. Once you're done, you're done. That's all you've got to do. However, before you do that, I've got one more tip to leave you with. Getting the neutral safety switch grommet in place is actually kind of hard. Now what I would recommend doing to make this job a lot easier is getting a 3/8 extension with some double-sided tape, attaching the neutral safety switch grommet to the extension with the double-sided tape and using that to guide you to get it into the hole. Once it snaps in, you're good to go, and all you have to do is install the clutch pedal assembly back into the car. Once you've repaired your neutral safety switch, you should be able to step on the clutch, hit the engine start button, and it should start right up. And just like that, guys, we've reached the end of today's video. I hope that I was able to help somebody with this video. And if you know of anyone that would find this video helpful, be sure to share it with them as well. If you did find this video helpful, then be sure to smack that thumbs up button and subscribe to the channel for more videos just like this one. So I'll see you guys next time. Peace.